Okay, today we are going to take notes on a phrase, Acabar day. And if you notice on your vocab list, you will see this phrase as saying to have just. So if you want to talk about something that just happened, we're going to use the phrase our day. So if I said, for example, I just cleaned my room or I just did my homework, communicating that thing that just happened, you're going to start your sentence with this phrase. Notice that the definition is to have just. We need to conjugate and change the verb to match who we're describing. So acabar is an AR verb. So when I want to say, for example, I just did something, or you just, or they, I need to make sure I conjugate this verb to match who we're describing. So it's an AR verb, we said. So we're going to just use our regular AR endings. So acabo is the yo form for I just. Acabas for the to form. Acaba would be él, ella, usted. Then we have for nosotros, acabamos, vais for vosotros, acaban for they. So if you notice in these examples here, it says she just made the bed. So we have acaba de. So I start with the phrase with that. And then whatever activity that person just did, like to make the bed, notice that the second verb, I do not need to change the ending. So I'm just going to write out the second verb exactly how I see on my vocab list. I do not have to change the ending because the first verb, this one, acaba, matches ella. So she just, and then we know to make the bed is hacer la cama. So I can just write that verb as is. The other example, I just swept the floor. Acabo de barrer el suelo. So acabo de is letting me know that I just did that activity. And then to sweep the floor, barrer el suelo. You do not need to change that ending either. Or you just decorated. Acabas de, so that's saying you just. And then we know to decorate is decorar. You can write that verb as is. So let's look at a couple of these practice sentences here. So for uno, it says tienes que cortar el césped. So you have to cut the grass. So let's say your parents told you, hey, you have to cut the grass. You have to go outside and do that chore. And you already did it. So you want to say, I just cut the grass. So we say yo, and then we need our form of acabar to match who's doing that action. So we say acabo de, and then whatever activity is, cortar el césped. So I just cut the grass. I already did it, is what you're communicating. For dos, it says IK. So remember, if we look at our vocab list, IK is one must or one has to. So what if somebody said one must or one has to invite the guests? So somebody has to do that. And we want to say Marcos y Samuel, they just invited the guests. So they already did that. So then we would use our form of acabar, which is acaban, they, and then to invite the guests. Invitar a los invitados. We don't need to conjugate the second verb since we have acaba. Tres, it says debes lavar los platos. So you should wash the dishes. So somebody says, hey, you should wash the dishes. You already did that. So you say, I just washed the dishes. So yo acabo de lavar los platos. Go ahead and do the rest of the sentences kind of following this example and just make sure we recognize that form of acabar matches that person, whatever activity, whatever chore the verb is, you can just write out as is as the second one there.